I already knew
All
that.
right. I mean, hey, we're getting loaded in here. We got the boys over on LAG. We got Hollow, ISO, Zeal, and Buddha loading, all loaded in here. They're going to be rushing towards this P1 right away. The side of Boston going to get there first, it looks like, as they're going towards Beachside and hitting the front right off the bat. Both these teams going to get into a little bit of combat here. So we're going to see hand-to-hand combat probably coming out soon. It's going to be a 2-for-2 trade. There's already no one really has control of the hill. I take that back. Boston is going to take control. Cover getting it done for the boys. And I mean, hey, we're getting some big kills on the map here as Crazy Care Bear and CoD going to start getting a little bit of a lead when it comes to points.
Yeah, Crazy Care Bear and Cover, the Boston Burgers, have had a really fantastic opening here on the Gavitu Gavitu hardpoint. I almost said control, but in walks LAG, and they just kind of take over the point in a very dominant fashion. And now I don't see any Boston members trying to make an attempt at P1 again. Maybe number 7 is actually just going to hang out bunker and try to catch any LAG players going on P2. As P2 now becomes the focus of the map, LAG take the lead by the slimmest of margins, but Boston set up on this P2 hill and they don't want any LAG members to come in. Meanwhile, I think there's some LAG members on top boat here trying to make the play that we all dread on this point, and there you go. Zeal walks right in, but there's Boston Burgers on the top as well, and all around the point you see number 7 Moja coming through mid boat, which can be such a hard place to get someone off of, and it's just kind of a battle here. But LAG putting up a fight, Boston Burgers walking right in, and LAG once again back in the hill. It's very back and forth, but I mean, tie game as we head into P3.
Yeah, our boy T-Dub was on a 6 there. Does get taken down before he gets to 7, so unfortunately won't get those streaks. But Crazy Care Bear, he's over here by P3. He's getting ready for the boys to rotate over to him. He's going to have to hold down these spawns, though, which could get a little tricky real quick, as Hollow going to be in the back by that tower. He's going to get taken down, though. So these spawns should be in favor of the side of Boston. But Buddha, he's going to push right through the back. Nobody knows he's here. He's going to get to the back rock, actually. Behind one player, takes out that player, is going to look towards this back tower. There's going to be 1 or 2 players back there right now. Yep, one came off spawn by front green, going to rotate back over. Buddha, he's going to fight for his life right now. Does finally go down, but his teammates were getting some quality time in the meantime. As Hollow on this P3 hill, getting shots down on literally everybody. As there's actually going to be a player that flanks towards P1. That was going to be Cover. That was going to distract our boy Hollow just long enough for Crazy Care Bear to get a big kill there. And the side of LAG, though, doing a super solid job holding this down from the technical bad side of the hill.
Yeah, LAG did a great job. I was really impressed with Buddha hanging out in the back there. It looked like he achieved Nirvana as he was just kind of holding down that back rock so LAG members could stand on the point, and Boston was looking like it was going to be hard for them to push in, but unfortunately Buddha did go down and the point became very mixy after that. But LAG has made a fantastic run over to the P4 point and is absolutely set up to make a great hold here. We saw what they could do on a point that they didn't have the advantage spawn for. Now let's see what they can do on a point that they do. And look at that, LAG just kind of in a line defending the point, and Boston, nobody really coming up that beach side. They're either challenging cliff or middle, and I think LAG is positioned perfectly to catch them as they come, but Boston is managing to get a few crucial kills, but it's very hard to counteract LAG just spawning right there every time one of their members goes down. And Boston is making an assault here. Crazy Care Bear going around the back, but unfortunately gets cut down. And I mean, LAG just held that so well, having all their members on that P4 hardpoint, and Boston, despite their efforts, just could not really get a foot on that hill at all. LAG turned that P4 into a very nice money hill, and now they're up about 60 points as we head over to P5, in which Boston now has spawns for.
Yeah, Boston does end up securing those spawn rotations. They're going to get a little tricky real quick as the side of LAG trying to push out from P1. Some trades going on over there, actually. I think, never mind, player does go down pretty much right away, but Moja, yeah, it's Moja going to try to just fight his way off top boat here. Somehow isn't dead. He's got a couple players around him. Still alive somehow. Does finally go down. Could be some trades on the map there, but the side of Boston getting some super quality time here. They're going to have the close spawns, and the side of LAG now opting just hit the front. They're going full force Juggernaut style. They've got one player close up front. That's going to be ISO. It's going to end up going down. Hollow goes down as well. Now the side of Boston, I mean, they're just chilling. They're waiting around. Crazy Care Bear is literally hiding behind a barrel. He's like, anyone gets anywhere near my line of sight, well, these barrels are gone. Never mind. this P1 rotation is about to come in. Only 10 seconds left on that P5. T-Dub already all the way over there. He's going to pick up the first kill. He's got one more to deal with over here. Is going to end up getting taken down. But his teammates are going to be nice and close by his cover. Pushing up those mid stairs on his side by green there. Spots one player coming up the opposite side of the stairs. Reaches that, takes him out, does get traded out immediately. As the side of Boston coming off that P5 trying to rotate over.
Yeah, that was a great P5 for Boston. They kind of did what LEG did on P4, where they just set up a defensive front, and LEG just could not break through. So Boston right back into this game and really trying to make a stand here on P1 as LEG is rushing up and trying to get all their members on the point, as Boston is also trying to break in from the opposite side. And there you go, Crazy Care Bear gets 3 off of the point. Now Boston is all around P1. You see Hollow trying to do everything he can to at least stay on the point so that Boston isn't going to get any credit for it, but Boston is managing to get some very important kills, and it looks like scrap time will go the way of Boston, and it will be, give or take 10 points, a tie game going to this P2 hill. But LAG is all around it. Boston now on the back foot and having to break into it.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Boston here, I mean, they're kind of making a move on it right now, nice and slow. They're just trying to make sure they're not throwing their lives away while they're making this push. They're getting some big kills towards the top of the boat and in the hill as well. But he's got that submachine gun in there, that MP40, and it's shooting faster than anyone could ever imagine. Almost wins that gunfight in the back. Does end up going down, but T-Dub does get traded out by that stun grenade. The classic stun grenade. Cover in the hill, picks up the first one. Doesn't quite have enough to get the second player down there. 30 seconds left on this P2, and it looks like Boston playing a little bit more passive, trying to keep at least 1 or 2 players in the back as they get ready for that rotation.
Yeah, getting ready for that rotation. We saw LAG in a similar position where they didn't have the spawns, but Zeal is on the point for when it pops. Boston is rushing right in to chow him. Zeal will go down, but I mean, if Buddha makes another play up that beach side of the map, they can hold Boston off of a point that they have spawned for, but it looks like that's not going to happen anytime soon, as Boston may have learned from their mistakes, and LAG just not able to get any solid map control here. Boston knows to look at green, knows to expect that flank, and now they're not leaving anything to chance. You see Boston challenging all around this beach P1 side of the map, where LAG just happens to be. You see that number 3 Zeal kind of rush right through the back, but he gets caught, does some damage, but Boston is holding strong here as LAG 30 seconds left in the point around about, but not having any luck. And at this point, if you're LAG, it may be worth it just to go back to the P4 side of the map. Don't risk losing those spawns and say, hey, we turned this into a money hill last time, let's just do it again and bring this map about 15 points away from being closed out by time P5 pops.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Boston has done an insanely good job on this second set of rotations here so far between P1, 2, 3 here. Just making sure if they can't get the full time, at least contesting. If on that P3, they did a great job of making sure they got as much time as possible. Going into this P4, they're in a very comfortable position. Yeah, they're just up by just a tiny bit. This hill didn't go very well for them last time, and now this time they're just pushing right on through. I mean, Moja on a 5 streak already, 21 and 14 on the map. And all of LAG going to be spawning in the back there. And if Boston plays their cards right here, they can keep this spawn trap alive. And so far, they're doing a solid job of that. They're getting some great time here. Already hitting that 210 mark. And, I mean, you got to think, this might be one of the best hardcore teams we've seen.
Yeah, this is an insane performance. I mean, Boston had a really great break into that hill. They just kind of rushed through the front of the hill, which they tried to do last time, but this time it was successful. LAG never lost spawn zone. They're able to take the hard point right back, but Boston will have the lead as P5 now procs open. And Boston all over that P5 point. They know they just got a turtle on it if they want to win. Just keep LAG off, and they managed to do that pretty well last time. So, I mean, if all goes according to plan, Boston might have it here, and LAG definitely knows that. So they're going to do everything they can to get on that P5 hill. They actually have the spawns for it, but Boston knows exactly where to look. LAG moving as a group, moving as a pack, and managing to get some Boston members off the point. One more left in T-Dub, and T-Dub going off with the pistol, getting all the important kills. LAG sent back to their spawns, which is not that far away, but Boston just keeping them off. LAG doesn't have time to make a flank. They don't have time to get smart, and they're just gonna have to win through pure power. There you go. LAG finally gets on the point. I think Boston could still win it here though, but LAG, only one player from Boston on the P5 point. Number 2 in ISO going to look and try to get Cover off. Cover gets that kill.
Hey,
I think they win it here.
Over there. Sometimes you just got to put a few extra rounds into the map. You know, sometimes a little double tap happens. It is what it is. You know, we didn't see it. It happens. But good job out of the side of Boston here as they go up 1-0 in the series, getting ready for this S&D, which, by the way, Destin, turn up to the boys in this S&D.
You know, I'm not too familiar with, honestly, either of these two squads, but I know Crazy Care Bear and Cover on the side of Boston are very well known in the league, and well, maybe that's not a good start. Maybe that's a little bit of a caster curse, as they will get traded out over at this P5 hill. But Cover watching over his Crazy Care Bear duo and trying to get that trade. They know one of them is around top radio. They just don't know where, and Cover playing it very slow and methodical. Bomb carrier as well, so I mean, it looks like Boston is poised to get this B bomb down, and LAG is making the flank, but really just kind of waiting in anticipation of what Boston's going to do as they are down a life.
Yeah, we're going to see ISO get a nice kill there in radio. Going to be 2v2 now. And this, I mean, these guys are starting to move around a little bit. Okay, Moja on that back truck in that power position does get a nice kill there. Now Zeal make a move here. He's going to push towards this back truck, get some nice shots off towards Moja. Does end up getting taken down by Moja, though. That's going to be a nice round out of the side of Boston, you know, getting their trades down on the map, but then also a guy like Moja just being the guy.
Yeah, Boston looked very decisive on that. They knew exactly where they were going in B. They pushed right through. They didn't really hesitate, and they did get traded out, but I saw one of the Boston members just push right through to patio, and they looked like they had their sight lines down. Like they had practice doing this, and you saw Cover, the bomb carrier, very tempted to get that B bomb down, but really didn't push forward and played it very patiently. So good win on the side of Boston, but now LAG is going to have the opportunity on an offense to try to get a win here, as it will be the A bomb site that will be the plan of attack here. Hollow getting a kill. Hollow may be able to get second, unfortunately not able to do so. The bomb will go down in a very not great place for the side of LAG, as that number 2 player in T-Dub has eyes on it, and now Zeal has figured out how to pick up that bomb. ISO trying to make a play around the back, but I mean, Boston 3v2 and has some decent map control. ISO around the back.
Could get some timing here. Yeah, he's going to end up picking up the first one. He should know that there's one top church because that player was shooting earlier. Obviously, that player could be absolutely anywhere by now, but Zeal going to be still over by a field. He's going to end up getting that bomb right away. Side of Boston kind of just opting for a little bit of a reset here. One's going to go towards B side, the other one's going towards A. Hopefully they decide to group back up at some point as LAG. Looks like this bomb is going to end up going down here at A. And ISO just kind of roaming around trying to find these Boston guys that were here just a little bit ago. But look at this. Going to be a player, Crazy Care Bear. Yeah, he's going to get that bomb planter. And now ISO all by himself only has 20 seconds or so to deal with here. Doesn't really have much info other than that his teammate died at B from Alley. And now he's going to push towards back arches. He just got a little bit of eyes on somebody here. He's going to end up get some shots off. Does end up getting the kill. Now Crazy Care Bear versus ISO in a 1v1. ISO is going to go grab this bomb. He's good. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to time. That's on me. But Crazy Care Bear clutches that one up for the boys.
Yeah, that's 2 straight for Boston now, and they've got to be feeling good. You talked about how they're known to be a great S&D team, and they've certainly showed it, just making very good, patient, smart plays. So, I mean, Boston 2-0 lead. This is certainly something you'd love if you're on that side. But LAG now on defense again, hoping to get their first win and turn things around. You see Boston going for this A bomb site this time as opposed to the B site. Moja trying to push up, trying to watch that U side, as you know. It's always good to watch that side. T-Dub watching over mid, trying to throw some grenades in there. Zeal, I don't know if he saw It's Moja. I don't know if It's Moja saw him. Moja makes that chow. Zeal gets the kill, and now, I mean, Boston down 2. LAG holding strong on the defense.
Yeah, Boston going to have to get something going here, as we're going to see Crazy Care Bear going to be top fire. They're somewhat grouped up as a team here, as his teammate Cover going to be on this roof. They're going to be grouped up now. Looks like they're going to opt towards maybe pushing through well to mid. There's one player top, like P5 balcony. Oh, but okay, Crazy Care Bear and Cover do get a little bit of a gun engagement here towards mid. Cover going to end up losing his life there now. Crazy Care Bear 1v4 situation. Does have one player watching that P5 push there, and that's going to be Buddha. Still just sitting there waiting as a side of LAG. I like what they're doing. They're not roaming looking for kills. And yeah, Crazy Care Bear going to end up dying. LAG, though, plays that great. They don't really roam around. They just kind of wait for any kind of info they can, play some angles, and they end up getting the kill, right? You sit in a corner long enough, you're going to see the guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Both sides have been playing this very, very smart. Like, I keep saying it, but I really think that this is something you really see on this higher level of play where you see teams really play this slow and methodical and really don't hunt when they don't need to and just really stick together and play very tactically. So, I mean, we knew this was going to be good S&D going in, but this has certainly delivered so far. LAG back on offense, going B this time, but Boston certainly thinks it's A, but gets the information, and maybe it's time to wrap around. I'm sure Hollow is heard pushing through this P5 point, but LAG as a whole looks a little bit hesitant to push right on through. They know there's some players around, they just don't know where. Crazy Care Bear gets a kill. Meanwhile, T-Dub also gets a kill. It's a 4v2 now, 4v1, and Boston just has to smoke out this last player, and there you go. Very convincing win from Boston by just wrapping around to where they knew LAG was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Boston just kind of like collapses on this like this LAG team here when they like get only one player down, it's like awesome to see, right? Like they know they're up in that player advantage and they kind of just slowly move in on them, like, and they it's just like a pack of hunters, right? And they just get it done. They get in there, get the kills they need, make it nice and quick and easy. And now they're up 3-1 in this S&D. And going into this offense, I mean, it looks like they're going to get a little bit of aggression towards this field. Actually, yeah, they're going to do their classic, nice, take it a little bit easy, and, you know, bomb carrier going to just back up a little bit and watch that mid-L push. And it looks like they're waiting for maybe LAG to make a move or see if they can get a pick.
Yeah, waiting to see if they could get a pick, but it will be on the side of LAG getting the kills to start. 4v2, all of a sudden, Hollow gets another one to make it 4v1. Now we're in a parallel situation from last round, and LAG just going to need to find his last player, but last player playing very, very methodical and trying not to make any mistakes. Cover seemed like he's going to go to his B bomb site, but might catch Buddha in the process. Never mind, drops down to well. Figuring out how to attack A. I mean, Cover's playing this as well as he can, but this is such a hard position to be in. His LAG don't know where he is, but know exactly where they need to be to make sure that bomb doesn't go down. And unfortunately for Cover, they will find him in that well area. So very, very clinical round out of LAG.
Yeah, LAG, they need these nice dominant rounds, right? I mean, it feels like we're getting dominant rounds a little bit back and forth between some of these teams. Obviously, we've had some closely contested rounds as well, but it feels like some of these rounds have been very, very one-sided, which, you know, typical S&D fashion, like, is what it is. But now the side of LAG going to be on that offense. Can they tie it up here, or is the side of Boston going to have another stellar defense here? Cover going to get really aggressive on this mid-map push, going to get stunned, but T-Dub gets the first blood on Buddha. It's going to be the player top fire. Cover doesn't know he's there. Zeal does not know Cover's there either, though. And now Zeal Absolute going to have to run out of fire real quick, as that player top church definitely putting the hammer down on him there, and that was Moja up there. And now Zeal being able to repeat this with his full health again. He's going to get shot at once again. He's just going to say, screw it, let's go group up with the teammate here and get ready for maybe a little bit of Boston aggression, as side of LAG going to have to take it nice and easy and try to get a pick or two here before they can really even do anything.
Yeah, I mean, you have two LAG members going through P5, but their bomb carrier is on the other side of the map, and I just feel like LAG might be prone to be getting picked off here. Number 7 in ISO in this well area, Cover hunting them down, but ISO doesn't really have a ton of backup here. LAG on the other side, and eventually they pinch down, so that works in their favor, but now there's a little bit of a question mark as to where that bomb is going, as they just push right into church and get a very important kill onto Moja, and we'll wrap around back to field to try to get number 2 in T-Dub. Believe it's traded out though, but Hollow still with the bomb is going to have this planet in a 1v1. I'm sure Crazy Care Bear knows exactly where to go. The bomb goes down, Crazy Care Bear checks it, and there you go. Unfortunate for Hollow, but did all that they can.
I mean, yeah, great job out of the side of LAG, down numbers, being able to bring it back there for the most part. But hey, Crazy Care Bears just a little bit too icy for the side of Boston. They end up getting it done, and they're gonna go up. They are gonna go up 4-2. And hey, now it's gonna be the side of Boston's turn to be on that offensive side. And I mean, you gotta think they're probably going to get kind of aggressive here. I feel like they're going to end up making a move here. I don't think they'll be as passive. I think they'll either try to make a quick B or a quick A here.
Yeah, I think so too. It's getting to that point where, like, if you could just get a quick round win, I mean, you could kind of catch LAG off balance, and that could be really great mentally to close this map out. Crazy Care Bear rushing right into P5. They have number 2 and T-Dub over on the A side, maybe as a distraction, maybe as a little bit of a lookout, but by and far, Boston has committed to this P5 area. You see that LAG member kind of get caught looking at them, but Buddha will wrap back, try to get a more opportune position as you see LAG all of a sudden wind to that side of the map, but Boston is winding back to A. LAG now looking all over that B side. Can't find any Boston members, and maybe now knowing that maybe A side might be the play now.
Yeah, definitely one of those struggles on this map. Once you try to make a B push, you get a little bit stalled up because you can't kill the first guy watching that B hit. And but hey, I mean, the side of Boston gonna get a lot of field control over Hollow, gonna hit that mid U, does get one kill, gets immediately traded out by Covert. Now Zeal pushed all the way up to this little statue point right now, and he's got that player in U to deal with, but that bomb is going down. But Zeal gonna push this, reading it like a book, to get the bomb carrier down before that bomb even gets planted. Maybe another player pushing from tree, almost wins it, but Moja gonna end up doing what he does best, winning a nice 1v1 right there. But he's going to have a chance to maybe plant that bomb. As I say that, the boy ISO going to get a nice kill. Crazy Care Bear tries to go for it, does get gunned down as well. And ISO, that man's just gunning people.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do at this point if you're LAG and you want to come back. I mean, we talked about how Boston might want to go for a quick one in that round, and it looks like they were trying to do so over that P5 area. They had 3 members there, and they were kind of rushing right through. It looked like if they were able to get that kill on that one LAG member that was over there, maybe things could have collapsed for LAG over there, but I mean, Boston was forced to play more hesitantly than they wanted to. They wrapped the bomb around to the other side of the map and just not able to execute on that quick play, and ultimately LAG was able to rip that round away from them. But now Boston is going to have a turn on defense, and there you go. Boston gets a very nice 2-piece onto LAG. It's now 4v2 all of a sudden. LAG was looking at that A side, now trying to think where else to go now. Maybe towards that B side. Gets a nice kill over there, but Boston has members in like the 50-yard line of the map, just in a row, looking at every possible angle that LAG could come from. And LAG, they're going to want to plant this bomb. They're going to have to get a pick and get one of these Boston members down. T-Dub spots LAG moving to our A side. Now it looks like LAG might be going up the middle, but it looks like there's a player in top church in Moja. They might be going to this P5 area. They get a nice kill. They bring it 2v2. Boston knows where to look now, and surely we're going to have some engagements in a moment.
Yeah, Buddha going to start putting this bomb down, but T-Dub, push on the back, should be able to get an angle, gets that bomb planter down. And I don't think the bomb got planted. No, it did not. So ISO now in a 1v2 has to get that bomb down on a 4 streak as well. He's going to push these arches. He's super weak. Gets pushed by both. Gets the first kill. One more to deal with. That's going to be T-Dub. He's going to rotate back towards this bomb. Looks like he's going to try to get it down. But immediately that's going to let T-Dub know exactly where he's at, because T-Dub, yeah, he's pushing this alley. ISO going to peek out a little bit here. He's on that 5 streak. Make that a 6. My. He clutches up for the boys. LAG win. And that's going to tie things back up to 4-4.
Man, what a play from ISO. We talked about just how great of an impact ISO has been in this map, and it's no better exemplified than in that play. I thought for sure ISO was a goner as soon as they picked up that bomb. I thought that Boston member was going to wrap around and get the hint that they were planning, but ISO just plays that well. Really goes into the corner of those stairs when they spot the Boston player, and knows exactly when to chow, and ultimately gets the kill. So really great play out of ISO to tie the scoreline up. But Boston having a little bit of a split here, 2 through P5 and 2 through A, maybe trying to get a little bit of a distraction going on A, or at least a pick, but Boston rushing right through that P5 side of the map. There we go. There's 1 kill on that A side, but you still have Buddha here trying to sniff out these Boston members. We'll get some shots on a Crazy Care Bear, but Boston rushes right through their spawn. Forget about the B bomb. I think they just want to wrap around to that A site. Or
they just ran right past Buddha. Buddha somehow didn't see Crazy Care Bear when he ran right past him. He ends up getting taken down from behind. There's gonna be one more player back church here, and Crazy Care Bear, and I think that's C-Dub with him. Gonna run right past him. Oh my gosh, the nice double kill out of Hollow there. But ISO, all he needs, he's in a 1v1 right now. If he gets this, not only is he gonna get the 5th round for his team, but he does get a streak, which could secure the game, but he is gonna be pretty weak there as T-Dub. Not a guy you want to get in a 1v1 with. Both these players have 11 kills on this map right now. ISO, not too worried here. He doesn't have to plant this bomb, but he knows that T-Dub does. And T-Dub, he's going to maybe have to risk it at some point here as ISO. Yeah, this bomb, yeah, he's going to go right towards the save bomb. ISO gets taken down, though. T-Dub wins the round and takes him off the streaks. Let's go. Oh, my gosh.
well, when well, I guess you win one 1v1 and you lose one 1v1 if you're ISO. I mean, winning that one would have been a huge deal to bring it back 5v4 for on the side of LAG, but Boston wins that, doesn't let ISO win another 1v1, doesn't let ISO make another clippable play, and Boston brings it to a 5v4 map point. And now Boston's on defense, and they may have an opportunity to just close it out here. LAG on this A side of the map. Boston has the players there as well. LAG looks like they're going to wrap back around. LAG gets a very nice pick on to Cover, but I mean, if you get a pick on the T-Dub, that would be unbelievably beneficial for your team. But I mean, just both teams playing this very, very patiently so far.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to T-Dub right now with those 12 kills. The same amount of kills as all of his teammates combined at the moment. But then on the LAG side, I mean, you got Hollow at 10, ISO at 11. Buddha making his way to top church right now. This player up top doesn't know he's there. He's going to end up getting that kill. That's going to be Moja. Now it's a 2v4 situation for Boston. Definitely can't count him out here. Crazy Care Bear in a spot to maybe make a play. He's going to pick up the first one. He kind of reads the player going underneath. Didn't quite get there, though. That player's going to be on that back ramp on him. He gets taken down. That's the round. We are going to round 11 between these two teams. And I mean, I tell you what, Destin, are you ready? Are you ready for this? I do believe LAG is going to have that defense. But I mean, whoo, it's spicy.
What a map it's been so far. I don't know how this could have ended any other way but around 11. And I'm certainly here for it. I mean, we talked about how good of an S&D team Boston was, and LAG has just taken them to task and potentially might just take this map away from them. I mean, you're going to really be looking at ISO and Hollow to be the playmakers here. I mean, look at those KDs, but Boston is no slouch on the KD front either. And Boston will go for a 2-2 split again. Very interesting choice for around 11. You see that Buddha just pushed right up in the P5. I don't know if LAG has pushed up this far thus far. And Buddha just waiting for those Boston members to come through. But Boston playing this very, very patiently. They really just want to get a pick before they feel safe to move up any further on the map. You see Cover wrapping around to that A side. I think the Boston members over there have signaled that it looks clear, but LAG is actually has quite a presence over there, and well, Cover may just be about to find out.
Yeah, things are about to get spicy for sure. I mean, you're at the point now where you got 35 seconds for the side of Boston. It's almost go time. You're going to get to a point where you're going to have to go because the side of LG isn't going to give you anything for free. They're not going to push you. They know that you need to plant the bomb. That player is going to move all the way up to Godheady. The number 1 player, Cover, he's going to be in you. Does end up getting taken down. That's 2 down for the side of Boston. Make that 3 down as Crazy K-Bear now in a 1v4. He's already getting spotted right now. He gets taken down. That's going to be the map win for the side of LAG. Whew. As soon as you got to start pushing them when there's only 30 seconds left, you got no time. You know, you got to go. And side of LAG, I think they played that perfectly. They held their angles and they knew what they were doing. They just didn't have to get aggressive. They didn't have to waste their lives. And
yep. I mean, if you want to flip a coin, I mean, Boston is tails, LAG's heads. Maybe we could get a little bit of a prophecy going here, a little bit of a fortune telling, but no time for that as the map will start, and you already see Buddha getting their feet on the A point. You already see Boston going 2 down, and that's a great start for LAG. Now having 3 members on the A point, Boston is going to have to pry A from LAG's cold, dead hands. T-Dub looking to do just that, but unfortunately goes down. This is looking really, really great for LAG. You have to look at that flank from behind though, and that might catch some LEG off guard, but not before they can take LEG off of the A point. The A point will go down. LEG is now on the B point, and this map, since it started, has just been rapid fire.
Yeah, but the side of Boston slowly trying to get their map control back here. They're definitely starting to get it. They got their spawns back. They got a lot of the mid-map back. Side of LEG still pushing through that A side of the map, pushing that field out. Maybe going to start pushing it at church as well. But Boston reading this pressure well. They got 3 players allocated towards that side of the map, getting ready for it. Not overextending or anything, just getting ready for the push. Crazy Care Bear takes out the first one, sees one go to back church. He's going to call that player out. He's going to get ready for this push top church as well. Takes up another massive kill. Almost gets the third. His teammate's going to clutch that one up for him. That's going to be Cover. That's going to be all 4 down for the side of LG. They're coming off of respawn. And there's going to be a player pushed up into that P5. That's going to be Cover to make sure it's not easy to move up the map. And so far, Boston, yeah, they had a slow start when it came to defense on the A side. But as far as the rest of the map has gone, absolutely clinical.
Yeah, absolutely clinical. It's no surprise that the Boston Burgers want to hold down B. That's a little bit of a pun on their name because it's Boston and Burgers. Anyway, B seems to be their absolute zone, and LEG, after a very, very fast and strong start, has just not been able to match Boston in their defense. Boston has played it so well. Look at number 8 in Crazy Care Bear getting 2 kills over that P5. Absolutely massive. Going to get challenged, and there you go. Crazy Care Bear gets a 3rd kill to protect that B side, and LEG all sent back to their spawn basically at the hands of Care Bear. And Boston, it looks like the plan was always just to turtle up on B. Who cares if they get A? B is our zone, and Boston is proving it right now with a 14 life lead in the count.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Boston right now, absolutely fantastic. But Cover, 1 off his streaks, gonna end up getting those streaks. Does immediately get traded out though, but he's got a glide bomb going into future rounds. The side of LAG kind of making a move towards this hill. They only have 7 lives remaining. Buddha gonna get on the point. He's gonna have to deal with Crazy Care Bear up top. He's gonna finally get that kill. Crazy Care Bear was a menace for quite a while there, as he's 10-3 on the map. And now, I mean, at the end of this, I mean, LAG, I mean, it should be over by now. They've got 1 player trying to push up Alley. He is gonna finally get on that B point. Cover, he's gonna read him out a little bit there. He's gonna take him down. Only a couple seconds remaining here, and I mean, it was definitely well fought from the side of LAG. I mean, they take A site right away. They get a lot of map control and spawn control almost immediately. But Austin just clutched up, and after they got the map control back, after the first like 10 seconds after like 20 seconds after A got capped, they basically took the entire map back and never gave it up again.
Yeah, I mean, just from the moment after A got capped, Boston just woke up and just... it was all Boston from then on. So definitely a great showing out of them. Maybe they can carry that momentum and get an offensive win here. And look at that, LEG is all over A, but Boston's just not there. They're pushing right through P5. It's only Crazy Care Bear that'll make it through, but I mean, going to try to get into that spawn and get some very important kills. LEG cuts them down though. But if you're Boston, it's not all bad. You're spawning on that A side, and now LEG was so focused on B that they don't really have an immediate response to that A stack going on there. Boston will get a tick on A. LEG trying to push through from maybe top wood here on the other side of the map. Maybe the front as well, but really no solid footing for LEG as Boston just getting the kills that they need to. You have the number 1 in Zeal, maybe the only person that can stop this A cap, going to do so, but Boston, meanwhile, has already transitioned over to B. I'm sorry, A did get captured, so Boston just solely focusing on B.
Look at this controller. Mojo's over in the back. He's in that back alley over by truck. He's covering the back spawn. T-Dub's got the mid alley, and there's going to be someone up in that top church here. They're watching radio. T-Dub gonna need a little bit of help on Alley here as he gets pinned down, but Cover immediately there for the help. And now, I mean, they've already got 2 ticks down. They've got the point stacked. Word to Jims. They're gonna almost get that 3rd tick. But I mean, the side of LG finally gonna clean up those kills. But there's a minute and 50 seconds. Sorry, yeah, like a minute and 50 seconds or so left. Lives are basically tied. And the side of Boston now, look at them push this field side and only send 1 person towards that P5 area.
Yeah, only sending 1 person towards that P5 area, maybe just to make a little bit of noise there, as Boston, meanwhile, is just sneaking right back on that back church side. ISO is not seeing a thing. Well, finally, they get a very important kill onto back tank, and now LEG is aware of that push, but maybe a little bit too little too late, as Boston is getting some very important kills, but just by the natural process, there's only one Boston member left, and LAG now has to kind of figure out a way to avoid that Boston player, or at least get that player down. There you go, Cover goes down. 2 ticks on B though, so if you're Boston, you still have time. You have a tie in lives and you have just one more tick to go, but LAG, cognizant of that fact, is turtling all around the point and surely going to make sure that Boston is just not able to touch this point going forward until the rounds end.
Yeah, ISO on the flank here. He's going to pick up the first one. One more player coming in that outer church door. Cover and T-Dub going to pick up some nice kills, though, and they're going to get into those spawns there. And we got to remember, they do have those streaks to work with if they want to use them. I don't think they're going to end up using them on this round, but I mean, there's only 1 tick left, so you never know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going on in these men's brains, but Crazy Care Bear, that man's 18-8 right now. Absolute menace on the map. Buddha going to take him down. That's going to be a full reset on the map. And Boston, 5 lives remaining. They're going to have to cross the entire map here, try to get on that hill.
Yeah, they're going to have to cross through the entire map. They only have really 1 push left, and well, it says 3v7. You're down a man permanently. Boston is now on the point, but for how long, as LAG just cuts that Boston member down? It's only Crazy Care Bear that's left, but not even enough time to get a foot on the point. And there you go. LAG will win the defense, but definitely a hard-fought victory. Boston is looking great on both sides of the map, and now they have a tick lead over LAG. I believe LAG only got 3, and now Boston has 5. So that could definitely come into play for a round 5 defense on the side of Boston. But I mean, you have to get to that round 5. So Boston is definitely going to be looking to clutch this round out as well.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Boston has been doing a very good job, but the side of LAG, give them credit. The end of that last round, they did a really good job of finally securing their side of the map and getting things going for them. Yeah, it took a little while. They almost lost all of B, but they ended up clutching up and getting it done. Now T-Dub gonna be making a move over here towards A. It looks like the side of Boston opting to defend the entire map this time instead of just the B point. Now only 1 tick gonna come through on A here, as that second tick gonna get taken off. Now they've got a lot of spawn control going on for the side of Boston, as well as already they're just gunning people off the spawns. You can already see a couple players pushing through that P5, but you got 1 player that's gonna be Cobra rotating back to deal with that situation. Now he's gonna be in a good spot to deal with this. He's gonna end up winning the first gunfight. He's got 1 more towards top plat to deal with. That player it ended up getting taken down as well. Cover picks up 3, 1 more to deal with on this map. Does get taken down finally, but Cover makes an absolutely insane play. He's gonna get his team up 7 in the life count, but also completely defend B and allow his teammates to hold up mid-map a little bit longer.
Yeah, we can talk about how great Boston has been working as a team until the cows come home, but at the end of the day, there's just some amazing individual plays that without them, Boston would just fall apart. Cover being on that B side and getting the kill to keep LAG off it being one of them, but LAG will get that A point, but it costs a lot as Boston is now up in the live count, and well, maybe Boston, I mean, we saw Boston activate as soon as that A point went down in round number 1. This might be Boston's time once again. LAG, though, trying to push through P5. A little bit at top church there seemingly as well, but Boston is spawning all over that field side of the map as LAG is now pushed through the patio and going to be looking in the back alleyway, trying to at least stop the clock to allow for reinforcements, but Boston is collapsing on the B side. Meanwhile, Zeal is doing everything he can to stay alive. That's a very nice kill. Zeal moves to patio, just trying to be a nuisance here on this B point, waiting for their teammates to get near them so they can make a push onto this B side, but there you go. A glide bomb will be called down on the side of Boston. They really wanted to get Zeal away from that point, and now 7v14 in the live count. LAG has the time to work with, but I mean, if they've got to play perfect COD to close this one out.
Yeah, the side of Boston gonna have to get a little bit of map control back here. A little bit more chaotic this defensive time around than last time. And LAG has a legitimate chance to get on this point, get a stack going. They've already got 2 players on, make that almost 3, but T-Dub gonna come around the back. He's gonna pick up 2. Crazy Care Bear is gonna pick up 1 as well. Only 1 player remaining from the side of LAG. He goes down. They're gonna have 1 more chance to push this, because there's 3 lives remaining for their team. Which, yeah, being at a player disadvantage is gonna kind of suck for them, but hey, maybe they can make a move. Crazy Care Bear gonna shut 1 down towards the field. Cover gonna play the other one towards the middle of the map. Only 1 left, and I mean, good job out of Boston on this defense. It was getting a little bit sketchy at first, but also a good job at LAG. You know, you get those 4 ticks, that's going to be pretty big. But, I mean, in order to secure that defense the last round, I mean, unless ISO clutches up a 1v8, you never know. I mean, the guy, he has brought to a 1v7 now. The player spawns back tank. He's pushing through bottom church right now. He sees one alley, gets taken down finally, but I chalked around and ISO was still out here trying to clutch it up.
Well, we know ISO doesn't stop until the bell rings. I mean, just looking at SMD, ISO just playing absolutely hard until the last moment, but Boston wins their second defense. It's only been defensive win so far. I believe that was the case with Berlin Control. This could be the round that decides it all if Boston's able to take a very clutch offensive win, but I mean, at the very least, all they really need to do is capture a point to secure defense for round 5, which is certainly something they want to do at the bare minimum. Look at Cover just sitting in well, getting that kill through mid. Zeal in that P5 area, trying to protect against the B, but I mean, just walks right into Crazy Care Bear, and Boston doing really well in the live count so far. Not a huge margin, but the kills that Boston was able to get are more important than they look, as now they have clearance to go onto this A side. LAG not really in a position to make a coordinated push towards it. You see number 2 in Hollow looking at the A point, but not even bothering to move up, as Boston just has a stronghold there, gets the A point, and now I think they've secured a defense for round 5 no matter what. And well, that's great for round 5, but Boston may just be able to clutch it out here.
Yeah, I mean, the side of Boston, it looks like they want to come down. They've got 2 minutes and plenty of lives. Oh my gosh, Moshe makes a nasty play bottom church. Does get traded out, but Cover, he's coming in. He's hunting around. He's sniffing around. He's trying to find somebody over here, but he's going to play the back spawn right away. They've got the nice life advantage. And Cover, he's just trying to find literally anything. He can't even find a blood trail, but Zeal going to play top church. T-Dub does take him down, but Buddha here to clean up one of those kills, but gets traded out immediately. Boston absolutely fantastic with these trades, but Hollow playing towards these arches, picks up the first one. Ooh, almost gets the angle on the second, but his teammates are starting to get some kills as well. Hollow picks that, cleans that one up. Another player towards field to deal with. He's going to make his way all the way to top church, which, I mean, hey, props him for making it up. But Moja, guess what? He's back. Hell, he's going to take you down.
Yeah, I mean, this has been great offensively on the side of Boston so far. I think Boston just realizes that they just need to get a few kills, and maybe they're going to feel that much more confident. I mean, at some point, you have to make a push for this B point. I mean, 17 kills in a minute might be a little bit too tall of a task for Boston, as good as Slayers as they are. But, I mean, this live count is nothing to scoff at on the side of Boston. Definitely something to keep in your back pocket, but again, you have to make a play towards B. You see Crazy Care Bear over there, gets cut down. Now Boston really finding themselves in a tough position to make a coordinated push here. That live count is everything, but it's not going to win you the map with 38 seconds left to go. LAG just knows that they just need to stay on or around the B point. Boston looking to go through P5, but one of them gets cut down. Now you see Boston going through Church, and I don't know if LAG is going to spot them. You see T-Dub going around the back, but I think Hollow spawning in that back tank will get that Boston member. And there you go. Boston goes 3 down. Crazy Care Bear completes the 4 down, and I don't think they're going to have time to get onto this point, but well, now even in live count as well. I mean, that's a good defense out of LAG, but if you're Boston, you're still happy to secure the defense for round 5.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, securing the defense is going to be massive because obviously, you know, very defensive heavy map, right? With the only map really in the game that is maybe offensively preferred, going to be Berlin in this game. But hey, if you're the side of Boston, you're in a pretty happy, like, safe spot. But you know what? LAG, I mean, you never know. I mean, they had that one push towards B where they did get the stack going. They just sadly couldn't get it done. But let's see if maybe they can get something going here. They're going to get that A push right away. They've got one player over there to deal with. That's going to be T-Dub. But ISO and the boys going to try to clean him up. A Cover pushing that middle of the map is going to pick up a kill towards that top fire area. And we're seeing some trades go back and forth, totally in favor right now of LAG. But Crazy Caber on the flank picks up one, gets immediately traded out. Now the stack is active on A. They are going to secure the first and second tick. The third tick going to be well on the way. As the side of LG looks like they're already paying attention towards that B side of the map as they get ready to rotate over. But I mean, Mojay not letting that one happen for free. He takes down that player over there.
Yeah, Boston is able to actually reclaim A before it goes down, but now Boston has some resources dedicated towards A. B is pretty clear thanks to Moja pushing up through P5 and making sure that no LAG member is coming to make a play towards it. LAG definitely really desperate to get this A point, as you know, LAG is just kind of factored getting into A at this point, as they've done it the past 2 times, but now running into a bit of trouble doing it as Boston is just doubling down on this A point. They know LAG is just going to keep throwing bodies at it, and eventually LAG does win out, but Cover is right there again to stop the capture. I mean, LAG really, really in a rough place, because if you go to this B point, how long is it before Boston just rotates over? You really, really were factoring on getting this A point, but Boston just pushing right on through that A side of the map, just setting up members on that 50-yard line and just waiting for LAG to come to them.
Yeah, Crazy Care Bear has been an absolute menace this entire game. The guy's 36 and 26, absolutely dominating for the boys, but Cover, you know, helping him out the best he can as well. Everyone on the side of Boston is absolutely fine. Just like the side of LAG, you got guys like Hollow and ISO doing the same thing. And I mean, the side of LAG trying to get this A cap down, but look at the life count. I mean, they only have that was a nice win out of Hollow right there, by the way. But they only have 9 lives left, whereas the side of Boston is 16. Yeah, you secure the A site, but you've got 1 minute and 20 seconds or so to be able to get this B site, and you're significantly down in lives, and the side of Boston is absolutely frying right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit of a collapse on the side of LAG. Like I said, you really factored into getting that A point, and then Boston just kind of shuts that down, and now LAG had spent a lot of time scrambling to do it, and now 5 versus 15, certainly not out of the game yet. I mean, each member on LAG is going to have to get 3 kills to bring this back, but hey, I mean, LAG, Gold, anything could happen here, but Boston really has the map control. Number 6 sitting back tank does get cut down, but number 5 and Cover is right there to at least get 1 kill off of them. LAG rushing through back tank, but they're going to have to meet Moja, who's sitting on the B point and waiting for LAG to come. LAG flying through this back alley. Boston has a member through patio. LAG is actually able to get some clearance onto this point, but Boston, ooh, number 1 in Zeal right at that back tank area. Really surprising Boston, but LAG, just unfortunately, Boston's power becomes too much for them to handle. The spawns going Boston's way, spawning them right in that back tank area, and LAG just not able to get it done, and Boston will win it in a very clutch 3-2 round count.
Games, that's for sure.
Yeah, some very creative games for sure, and let's see some of that creativity in action as we will be starting. Boston looking to just go out this P2 side to start, maybe go through Zig and try to get some angles on that P1 point. You see Crazy Care Bear doing just that, but gets cut down. That's a very nice 3 down on the side of LAG. You see number 6, the T-Dub, just trying to reach around that P2 area, but will get caught. Now Boston maybe trying to go up that riverside, really trying to play for spawns at this point, as LAG has a very dominant presence on P1. And finally, Boston's able to get some kills. Moja sitting top gate, trying to look into barn, and Boston just inch by inch pushing up this map, and LAG now kind of on the back foot in that P2 area, which maybe you want to be there as P2 pops, but Boston, their slaying power is just on point right now.
Yeah, hey man, the side of LAG, they had a great P1 there, let's be perfectly honest here, but the side of Boston, you're gonna end up being able to get a lot of mid-map control here, but they're gonna have to try to get to these back P2 spawns, as the side of LAG have been locking it down a lot. And I mean, hey, they're already up to a decent lead here, 30-16, which on this map means absolutely nothing, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do here. And the side of Boston pushing this one in nice and slow. They've got a guy top church, they've got a guy, sorry, top barn. Thank you, Dapper, for the church call out. But Crazy Care Bear on the 3, almost goes on the 4, almost picks up the last one there, but Cover gonna get that with the grenade. Now Moja, he's on this hill, he's gonna get that player in front tank. Actually doesn't, he does get taken down there. But the side of Boston now getting some quality time here, as they've got these close spawns, but LAG, it feels like they just walked right back into that hill.
Yeah, I mean, LAG has been really dominant on this map so far, which may not fare so well for the Boston boys. I mean, it's just 30 points. Oh my god, Boston gets a 4 down. Just as I say that, it's cast a curse, I suppose. Boston has spawns for next. This is looking up for them, but they're still about 25 or so points down. That could be pretty huge on a map like Bocage, but definitely not the end of the world. LAG, despite Boston getting a 4 down on LAG is actually on this hill to start, and Boston kind of just trapped in their spawn, eventually able to push right back up through that hill. Of course, LAG is going to wrap through Kitchen and try to get some kills on the point, but Boston is holding strong so far as LAG just trying to figure out how to attack this hill, but Boston really doing a good job so far as LAG finally gets some clearance.
I mean, this crazy Care Bear guy does some crazy stuff, but the side of LAG there, I love the fact that they were able to retake that hill in the manner they did. Kind of just walked right on through the front, won some pretty big gunfights, but now they're getting some quality time here. They're up to a decent lead. ISO at this back window, getting some people off a spawn here as LAG getting ready for this P3 rotation as well. As I say that, the side of Boston actually going to get the P3 rotation spawn because that 15 seconds or so was left on the hill, so it spawned them to the priority side of the hill because LAG was so far pushed back. And now, hey, I mean, LAG, they're on this control, though. They're getting some of the kills as well. ISO almost gets the second one, does get taken down, but Cover going to clutch that one up. Got a couple players to deal with. Takes down Hollow, takes down the second player in the hill. That's going to be Buddha. So let's deal with Zeal, who's close by. He's in the Harry Potter spot right now. Doesn't quite know as much magic as Harry Potter as he gets taken down. ISO with a nice double. And this game, I mean, still kind of in favor of LAG here.
Yeah, definitely in favor of LAG. I mean, now a 50-point lead. Again, it's not the end of the world, but Bocage could be really hard to get a lead change when there's this wide of a lead. But I mean, LAG just looking so dominant. The KD's on point as well. Hollow just going absolutely off, not able to get that kill, but almost does. You see that number 1 and 0 reaching around Will inside, gets a very important kill, which might secure LAG spawns on that side of the map. Maybe we have a little bit of a split going on, but LAG on the better side of that split is going to be on this point as it pops. Now about a 60-point lead. Boston is going to address the LAG members in the back first and eventually get on this point. Now LAG back on the P2 side of the map, but a very strong retake out of Boston. Very nice start out of LAG, but Boston is holding down all the angles, and LAG struggling to figure out how to attack this point, but the glide bomb will go through. I have to assume that's on the side of LAG, getting the Boston members off the point and walking right back on it, but Boston still spawning there, spawning right behind Willow actually, and just kind of just marching right on down to that point. Number 3 in ISO goes down. LAG maybe still challenging this for a little bit, but surely the focus is on P1 now.
Yeah, Boston gonna be doing a good job getting some quality time here. Gonna get that last 10 seconds or so, which will bring them back to 124 to 100 in this match right now. LAG, let's see if they can have another good rotation here. They're already picking up some big kills at the start here. Hollow pushing all the way to back grandmas right now. I don't think they're too worried about the P2 rotation yet. You know, that's a good 60 seconds away for the moment. But Boston doing a solid job there. Crazy K-Bear wins a nice 1v1 right there. Does get pretty weak before he takes him down. But Moja, now he's watching this Zig from the hill. He's gonna have a couple players over there to deal with. Gonna have Hollow and Buddha. Hollow's gonna take him down, and LAG gets 3 players down, but Cover, top Harry Potter right now, picks up another nice double kill. This guy, he's 20 and 11. It feels like every time he's getting kills, it's like 2s and 3s, you know? It's absolutely nuts out of a guy like him. As Boston, I mean, it looks like they're starting to get a lot more map control the last couple hills or so, and going into this next rotation could be absolutely massive for them.
Yeah, Teach, full disclosure, if you call that Harry Potter spot in the middle of a map when you're playing with me, I think I might have to come over there and slap you. But you are absolutely correct in saying that Boston has really come into this game.
What do you say, Severus Snape?
Oh my god. But yeah, you're correct in saying that Boston really walked right back on into this game. I mean, as soon as I say that a 60-point lead is very huge on Bocage, Boston just hears that and just closes that gap in a very spectacular fashion. At the moment, Boston about down 25, but they're making the P2 spawn play. Moja gets a very important kill to maybe secure those spawns, as Boston is on both sides of the map, and they might just collapse onto this point as LAG maybe doesn't really have the map control to contest it at so far. See that number 5 player going to get that player off hill. Hopefully Boston looks at 10, maybe not aware that they're spawning back there, because LAG is sort of spawning a little bit of everywhere on the map, and maybe to their fortune as they're able to get back onto the point. Boston going to give it one last challenge before maybe chalking back up, maybe getting a little bit of this scrap time, but Boston setting their sights on P3 as LEG is going to rush up Black Car, and Buddha, wow, just finding his zen and getting a nice two-piece, almost gets a third, but Boston now sweating a little bit to take back control of this P3 area.
Yeah, Cover pushing around the back to grab these spawns for his team. He should be able to secure those for his boys. As they're still pushing the front, though, this would be an opportunity for them to get the spawns and all the kills on the hill here. Cover does get taken down, though, as ISO picks up the triple kill. I think he actually picked up 4 overall there. Absolutely clutches up for the boys, as the side of LAG are getting some insane time right now, completely because ISO clutched up right there. This guy's 24-17 and is an absolute menace. But the LAG right now has the side of Boston in this spawn trap, which is one of the issues with grabbing these spawns. You have to be able to get a little bit of forward pressure on the map, otherwise you get a little bit screwed over, right? But now they're starting to push up river a little bit, trying to move up the map. But the side of LG still getting all of this time, as they're going to be the first team to break 200, going to be at that 60-point lead. Hollow takes that gunfight there right off of Crazy Care Bear's spawn, almost wins it. But hey, going into this this P4 rotation, I mean the second P4 hill here in the rotation, things could get pretty spicy because Boston, they kind of got to go, but LG has a little bit of leeway now.
Yeah, I mean, LG has that leeway because they were able to do something that is so difficult to do on that P3. Boston was spawning there, but LAG just kept them in their spawn, and that paid dividends for them as they were able to turn that P3 into a money hill, and now they just have clearance to do whatever they want. Hollow getting a nice 3-piece on this P2 area. Boston pushing up this P2 side, but LAG only 17 points away from winning it. Can win it here if they just get half the time left onto this hill. Boston know that. They know they just have to contest, but Buddha under the Harry Potter spot is now sitting there getting all the important kills. Boston goes, I believe, 3 down or 4 down, and they're spawning close enough to contest it again, but LAG want to close it out here. Zeal is getting every kill that he can see. Boston gets sent right back to P5, and well, they're there if it pops, but if it pops, as Boston needs to contest this 1 point away for LAG. They get that kill, they get a little bit of time, but not enough to bring it to 250. Boston's still alive in this game.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think Boston is going to lose it here. I mean, 249 to 151. I mean, they're getting the kills right now, but I mean, the amount of, like, one small contest in this game is over. And the way Bocage works, like, inevitably they are going to end up losing it. But they're getting some quality time here. Instead of losing by 100, they're going to lose by a lot less. You're going to see that big flank coming out from LAG. That bridge push is going to come across. 2 down for the side of LAG, but the 2 coming across the back right now are going to be big. They're going to keep pushing up slowly. Hollow going to be on that bridge. He's going to be taking some nice shots over at Crazy Care Bear there. He's getting a lot of damage off too, but Crazy Care Bear going to end up going down. ISO gets a nice 2-piece. Doing what he does best. Actually picks up a 3rd as well, and he's going to end the game basically by himself there, because why not? And they're going to win it 250 to 184, but you know what that means?
What does that mean, Tish?
It means, hey, you know what? Me being Tish, I'll say it. Going into a game.
Starting here on the cage. And, well, Boston on the side of offense first, so maybe going to be able to answer back here immediately as they all just kind of rush over this P2 side of the map. T-Dub taking point, trying to look on that plat, trying to get a pick. LAG has a surprising amount of players on that B side of the map. I don't think I've quite seen that before, but really expecting a B push there. But Boston is really trying to make this A point work as Buddha and Cover just on the other side of the wall of each other. Maybe just whispering each other's ears. T-Dub looking in the back spawn.
You shoot at him. They're shooting at each other now.
You messed it up.
He's going to go in favor of Boston.
They heard you. They heard you. And they're like, who's whispering to me? Who's whispering to me? now a 2v3 on the side of LEG, and well, 2v2 now. Crazy Care Bear trying to do anything he can to pick up that bomb and get it planted. LAG knows where it's down though, and well, actually LAG not really anywhere near the point. Crazy Care Bear season 1 in Top Grandmas, and well, now balls in Boston's course gets bombed down.
Says, screw it, I'm planting this bomb. Yeah, that bomb's going to start going down, but look at the side of LAG. They're rotating back towards that barn side. Buddha going to stay in Grandma's, but ISO, this is the man, the myth, the legend. He doesn't spot the player in Zig. He's going to spot the player in Old A. He also spots the player that did go Z. And but that's going to be Moja, and he's going to be all the way. Yeah, he's just making money moves right now. That bomb should start getting diffused here shortly, but Moja He's going to go up towards the top side. No one's defusing that bomb yet, but as I say that, there we go. Gonna start defusing it, but they heard him. They heard him banging everything around. He's breaking every object on the planet as Buddha versus Moja 1v1. Buddha gonna try to make a move here, but Moja, he knows how to be Harry Potter. He's got his broom out. He's flying away. But now, okay, he's finessing time to the absolute max. He could actually win this round here. And I mean, hey, Moja's the GOAT for that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was a great round out of Moja. I mean, Buddha just not able to get that final kill. I thought for sure as soon as Cover went down and Buddha lost his wall buddy, I thought Buddha was just going to be sent into a rage and just tear up the other Boston members if he can't have his... He tried for sure, but
the problem is he tried to go like full King Kong mode, but like forgot that he's not a gorilla this size of a skyscraper.
Speaking of King Kong, check out Warzone. King Kong is now apparently in Warzone, I guess.
Hey, let's go!
Anyway, as we're
meanwhile nading himself. But he's going to be chilling top Harry Potter right now. He's just, he's getting ready. Let's see if maybe Headwing comes, gives him a little bit of assistance here in a bit to get maybe some spotting done. But right now we got a little bit of a stalemate on the map. Boston, they're just holding up, waiting. They know the bomb's got to get planted. Instead of LAG, just kind of waiting for a little bit of info because they've got a player down.
Yeah, LAG got a player down. Buddha sitting on top Harry Potter, but may have to start looking like Voldemort if they want to bring this one back. ISO pushing up the riverside, but there's nobody there, but he might get caught by his number 3 in Moja, looking at the B-bomb side from Willow Tree. ISO not seeing anything so far, but surely he's going to check that Willow side before pushing up. It's going to be ISO versus Moja in a minute here. And Moja doesn't see ISO. They see each other, but Crazy Care Bear gets a kill onto Buddha. Bomb goes down, and now you have LG members at A not able to pick up the bomb, and Boston just kind of collapses onto LAG there. Boston up 2-0, but we've seen this before. We saw this before in Tuscan S&D, and LAG was for sure able to bring it back.
Why do you got a caster cursor? Like, what's the point? Like, come on, man.
Bro, I'm just doing my thing. You're coming at me, Teach.
Hey, you know what? Me being Tish, Destin, I gotta tell you something. This is why we lose the S&Ds when we lose our S&Ds. We go up 2-3-0, and immediately you're like, they could win 6 in a row, and then they do.
Well, maybe stop attacking me, Tish. Anyway, Boston on this P2 side of the map, trying to push on A again, but I mean, not able to get any clearance to move up there. Cover on that wall that he was so famously on before, but Hollow getting a pick on the Moja. LAG just all over the map, has solid map control, 4v2, and LAG looking really good so far.
Yeah, okay. The side of LAG just nice and clinical right there. Gets a nice round on the board. Bring it to 2-1. Why not? Maybe they'll bring it to 2-2 because it was going to be 3-0, but then Destin had to mention something about it, so now it's 2-1. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Little caster curse for the day. You got to do what you got to do. It's not a day of casting without a caster curse. It just is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This game could literally never end in a round 11. That would make no sense, right? So I mean, moving forward with that, the side of Boston gonna be on the defense, and yeah, they're gonna do their classic hold.
Yeah, gonna do their classic hold on the side of defense, looking at A now. But LAG has that bomb on the B side of the map, but a little bit split across the map, on their side of the map at least. And, well, they're trying to get a pick and see where they want to push up from, but Boston is not going to give them anything, not going to make any mistakes here. Definitely learning from that round 11 in Tuscan what to do. And LAG just having a tough time finding any of these Boston members and just not being able to comfortably push one of these bomb sites. They may be able to get it down B, but again, you have to deal with Moja, who's just sitting on that Willow Tree and has for the last few defensive rounds. But gunshots going, but nothing's hitting so far. Very slow round.
Hey, you know what? I wonder if there's anyone by that door that just magically closed. Woo!
Harry Potter.
First blood gonna go to the side of LAG as Crazy Camper gonna end up getting taken down. Whew, ISO, not the guy you want to chow. Take a chill pill there, Moja. Not the guy you want to get in gunfight with, but that's gonna be a 2v4 advantage for the side of LAG. Cover, maybe he goes, ooh, misplayed his movement a little bit there. Doesn't end up getting a chance at the defuse there. That's going to tie things up 2-2 as LAG has a nearly perfect round there.
Yeah, maybe that caster curse is coming into play. Although I could do without your passive aggressiveness about it. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, LAG is... LAG is breaking his back in some very impressive fashion. Now with tie game 2-2. And, well, LAG has come back from a 2-0 before. Let's see if they can do it again, as Boston now has offense. LAG committing 2 members at B side of the map again. Buddha will be on that wall looking for his wall buddy, but Cover is not there yet, but inching closer and closer. Cover loves to go against this wall and just wait for an LAG member to rush through, but LAG is nuanced in the art of not giving Boston anything, and well, it's going to be another slow one by the looks of it. Is Zeal getting wall banged over there?
Yeah, a little bit. Getting hit by that Spart spot.
Yeah, I hate ever since Spart did that. It's really crushed my strategy.
That guy's an absolute not nice, by the way. What he did, introducing that into ranked play, not okay.
Definitely not okay. But you know what's also not okay? Buddha sitting on this wall without his wall buddy, and Cover eventually wants to change that, but Buddha, yeah, Buddha just had to make the hard choice on the map, kill his wall buddy, and well, it's looking good for LAG. 4 versus 2. Boston has to figure out a way to plant this bomb, but Buddha is just sitting on that wall that he loves so much, and well, bomb carrier goes down. It's all up to Moja. Moja gets cut down. LAG 3 rounds in a row. This is getting scary for Boston. Say something, Tej.
Remember when it was 2-0?
Say something, Tej. I dare you.
Do you by chance remember that? Do you? Is there something you said?
I didn't say a thing.
So yeah, well the game is basically even. So you know it's 2-3. I mean Boston may be down by 1, but hey, they've got the spirit of being 3-3 at the moment. But the side of LAG gonna be the bomb carriers at the moment. But Hollow, he's on that 5 streak, being 5-2 at the moment. If this guy can get a glide bomb, this map will be very, very tricky very quickly. Crazy Care Bear in that top grandma window, not peeking though, so Hollow does get the free chance to move to that bottom tank. But guess what? It seems like Boston knows exactly where he's at. Cover maybe gonna take this opportunity to take him down. Yeah, he sees him. Moja gonna get a nice first blood. Yeah, Cover's gonna push that out, get that kill. Hollow gonna be off that 5 streak now. Crazy Care Bear lighting up this zig area, just letting his teammates know where they're at. Getting a couple people weak if you can. Cover gonna almost win that one on the bottom tank once again. Now to 2v2, the side of Boston kind of grouping up towards top grandmas. The side of LAG, they're just kind of vibing.
Yeah, just kind of vibing. LAG now getting close to playing this bomb down and doing a good job of it. We haven't seen very much success getting that bomb down on A side before, or at least in the last 2 offensive rounds. But LAG getting closer. Buddha now sitting in their back kitchen, and Boston seems to think they're all over to A. But I think LAG is going to wrap this down to B, and maybe on the mini map I saw a Crazy Care Bear go right through A. I think they were on opposite or different stories of grandmas, but I mean they're just kind of interweaving through each other at this point. Eventually the bomb will go down on A, and now LAG has to defend a Crazy Care Bear standing in the doorway, just not able to get a kill, and that's a very important one for LAG to defend this bomb point. Moja trying to look everywhere that he can, try and get an LAG member. Gonna maybe, I don't know if he sees that player in old A. The player in old A goes back to kitchen. That top barn player goes down. Buddha last alive on the side of LAG. Buddha versus Moja, but Moja doesn't have time. Buddha just sitting on that wall. He loves that wall, man. Moja going to go for the defuse, because what other option does he have? Buddha gets the hit marker and eventually just collapses onto the B bomb site, or A bomb site, sorry.
Man, this LAG team, I mean, they won 4 rounds in a row ever since, like, something happened. I don't know. But, yeah, that's going to be 4-2 now. The side of LAG playing absolutely perfect at the moment. And they're trying to close this one out. They want this series done and over with 20 minutes ago, it feels like. But they are going to be on that, that defensive side. Now, I almost said offensive there, but they're going to be on the defensive side as Boston. Going to have to get a little bit aggressive here. Going to have to try to get this bomb down, try to get a round or 2 in a row here. As we're going to see them go towards that A site with all their might. They're gonna have to deal with Buddha over there though on that 5 streak as well, so it could be a little bit sketchy. His wall buddy pushes through, absolutely takes him down. Cover is a menace for that one. This bomb should be going down shortly, but there's gonna be a player on that back tank, which you got to be careful with. That number 5 player, Zeal. Yep, he's gonna pick up 1, and that bomb carrier never even stood a chance. But now it's gonna be a 3v2 situation. LAG only having 2 players, but ISO getting a little bit aggressive here. As you can see, a player top barn makes it a 2v2 in a 1v2 now as Moja takes down his teammate. But now Boston Burgers has the opportunity to get something going here. But ISO, a little sketchy, does get taken down, and Boston Burgers going to win the round, bring it to 4-3.
See, Boston won a round. There's no such thing as a caster curse, right? I didn't do anything.
I've been spending the entire game trying to recurse it the other way to give him a little bit of help. I'm going to be honest. You hit him with the biggest caster curse of all time.
Well, don't say that. It wasn't a 6-0 chain, but I mean, your efforts have...
It was a 4-0 chain. It's bad enough.
Your efforts have worked, though, to balance the scales. Boston gets...
I don't know if it was enough.
Win.
I mean, it was enough to win a round.
Let's see if they win this round. Let's see if your Harry Potter magic works. LEG, though, committing 3 towards this A bomb site. Boston also have 3 over there, but Boston will get the first blood, so maybe that magic is working, although it gets traded out pretty quickly. So we're kind of back to square one here. Boston knows that LEG is kind of on this A point. Moja gets a very, very, very important piece onto Zeal, and now LEG is split up here. This might be bad if Boston catches one of them. It's number 6 player trying to wrap around to help their buddy, but I think Cover might see that. No, maybe just the timing is bad. Number 6 pushed on the A bomb site, but not the one with the bomb, so not able to plant it yet. But I don't know if Boston heard something, because they just seem to be all over that A bomb site. Actually, T-Dub walks right back into the spawn and gets caught by Hollow. This bomb carrying Buddha is still kind of deciding where they want to go, as Cover is all around A bomb site. There you go. LHE gets that important kill on the A. That bomb will go down, and now it's down to Moja to bring this round back. And wow, Moja just goes down. LAG 5-3. I will say, maybe I did curse them, but this is the curse scoreline.
Nah, I'm
so
gonna
maybe
be
I counter curse.
They're just playing absolutely phenomenally.
No curses, no magic.
And you curse them.
Oh, okay, all right. I was gonna say, are you committing that there was no hex involved? There was no otherworldly forces? But of course, you have to be passive aggressive.
Like the Infinity Stones. They exist, now they don't. Now they do, now they don't, you know?
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler alert, something that happened 3 years ago. Okay. So the side of Boston taking it nice and easy now. There is game point for the side of LAG. The side of Boston now taking a little easy, trying to play towards this A side. Looks like somebody does have a wall buddy once again towards Zig, but it's more of a double wall buddy because it's a little bit further away than directly next to them. But that's Cover, and that's also going to be Buddha once again. Cover, he's got a player top grandma window. Now they are definitely wall buddies, whispering to each other back and forth. Hey, how's your war going for you? My war, not so fun. But we're going to see one player. That's going to be Hollow getting a first blood onto Crazy Care Bear. Big player to get taken down, which Buddha, by the way, 7-2, and Hollow 10-4. These guys are monsters right now. Now, 4v3 advantage for the side of LAG. And you know what they're doing? Not moving. That's what I love to see.
Yeah, not moving, just feet in the dirt. LAG realizing the scoreline, realizing that they don't have to play aggressively. They can afford to just take it. Oh my god, Cover walks right in and catches his wall buddy for, I think, the second round in a row. LAG, now it's a 3v3. Boston is looking to get this bomb down, but Zeal is right there, making sure that's not going to happen anytime soon. If Zeal could get a kill, which I think he does, so important for LAG in this round. Boston down to 2 players. They do get that bomb down, but LAG, meanwhile, gets another kill. It's a 3v1. T-Dub has to do it all. He's about to go out of bounds, but LAG just gets that final kill. Gonna be able to defuse the bomb, and they will take a very hard-fought series.
Yeah, hey, nice job at LAG there all the way through the series. Both these teams definitely brought it all the way down to the wire as far as they possibly could. LAG is going to be the team that ends up clutching up and wins the series 3-2, and they're going to get the first victory on stream for the Gold Premade division. And